Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
Matinee Edition. Matinee Edition with Jared and Lucas and Bowie.
Right. And Studio Bowie. Yes, sir. Yeah. It's great that I share a microphone with him.
Yeah.
It brings us closer, you know. Whether it's him sniffing or licking it, makes me feel like an actual father.
Is this 81, 82?
This is probably 82. I think the last one we did was 81.
I don't know.
Broke that ice. We're getting closer to that triple digit number. Although as I was explaining to some of the other hosts, the OHR hosts this weekend, we would well be over that number if not for the lost episodes.
Yeah.
And I just
has
want to
there
point
been
out
that many?
There has been.
Fuck.
There has been. Just over like the course of recording all this, and that, you know, egg on my face for that. But you know, we're plugging away. What do we got going on today?
So we are going to be talking
Today in Matinee.
Today on Matinee Edition. What if Star Wars Visions, Aquaman trailer pictures, and Spider-Man 2 on PS4. But first...
And don't forget to go to the lobby to get popcorn and Coke.
Oh, wow. Welcome to... I fucking hate those Coke ads.
I know, dude. I fucking hate them, too.
They go on forever.
No. That's... Yeah, we got a fairly decent lineup, but fun. Yeah. I'd say like a fun lineup today.
But, you know, we're going to be starting it with an upcoming game. Bowie, how do you feel about this upcoming mystery game?
Battlefield. Nope, nothing. Dead air. Nope. He's giving us dead air. He doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't care. He just wants to get on your lap.
I know. He looks fucking... He's got this wild eye. He just wants to get... Okay, so just, you know, preface, dear hot dogs, not that you can see this. There's this thing of cup of noodles on a shelf in the recording space, and it doesn't actually have that many cup of noodles left. It's stuffed full of all of his savaged fucking toys that, like, need to be repaired and stuff, and he knows it now.
Oh,
so
no.
That's why he's fucking doing that. He doesn't... Come here. You want up here? He's just going to look at that. I know. That's why I brought your blankie in. Anyway, Studio Bowie.
So
hogging the show so far.
Get ready to play the audio.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Lucas's Gaming Minute.
Oh, where is it? Nope.
Fuck.
Wrong one. No.
Oh no.
This
one? Gavel. Hey.
I knew it was the first one. I was like, I'm pretty sure I put it in the first one. Fuck. All right. Well, Gaming Minute.
Little crossover of podcast there.
Oh boy. So
Bowie's getting up in your shit.
For the Gaming Minute, what do we have?
We got Battlefield 2042, which is due to release, I think, this December. But trailer's fucking awesome.
Battlefield 2042.
A spiritual successor of sorts to Battlefield 4, which is of recent history. They're most like held in super high regard.
Okay.
And in the past, they've done a lot of. There's like 42 has been like this weird thing in Battlefield. There's been 2142, which is like this very like near future warfare type thing. Then they did 1942 for World War II.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And now they're doing 2042, where it's like just barely past modern tech.
Yeah.
So a very, very interesting thing that they've consistently done.
That is kind of interesting.
So let's get into the trailer. 3. If you'd like to watch with us, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Right away, it's inappropriate for children. I just want to point out. Bowie, avert your eyes.
Look at this shit. War.
What is it good for?
So this game is
a drone.
That's a plane. This game is going to support 128 player PvP.
What the fuck?
64 on 64.
That equally disturbs and intrigues me. That's such a clusterfuck. Oh fuck!
That man got clotheslined by a plane.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then you're just going through that. Oh Jesus.
So one of the things about this is supposedly it's like a future where global warming has also taken hold. So like climate change is sort of a thing.
Okay, so it's a little bit in the future. Oh
Yeah.
my god, the fucking robot soldier dog. That is a nightmare of mine.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Boston Dynamics. Oh my god. Yeah, this is interesting because so the world's changed slightly with like issues like global warming and shit. Oh shit.
I want to say they're doing a cool thing where there's not a single player, but there's a cohesive story told through multiplayer.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's been sort of a trend as of late with like Rainbow Six and games like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Apparently the major powers are the US, China, and Russia. So
makes sense.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Knifed.
You're done.
It's all going to shit. I've definitely played Battlefield and had like a strategic thing go to shit.
I don't think I've ever
Hovercraft!
played Battlefield, but I imagine shit, dude. Some big shit. What is this? Is that a Fast and Furious?
I know, very Fast and Furious.
Oh shit, they're going to space too in this game?
So one thing with Battlefield, there are these big set pieces that can like heavily alter the map. Apparently on this one, you can take down the space shuttle and have it destroy a bunch of the map or let it take off, but risk getting burned up if you're too close to it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Take it down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there was one in Battlefield 4, you could collapse a building.
Oh, cool.
That was like a skyscraper. If you took out the supports properly with like a tank.
Okay.
And it totally changed the map. It was very cool thing.
Interesting.
And also this trailer is sort of a love letter, sort of like some Battlefield memes as well. Like this is a classic Battlefield 4 move.
Oh, this helicopter thing?
No.
Oh.
This.
Oh.
Get the ATV.
Ride or die. Smash it into that fucking copter.
And there it goes. It works like a charm. And
Take
this
it
next
down.
one is a real Battlefield classic. Sorry, joking about the physics
Dog
engine.
fight.
Oh yeah. So think, 128 players, like 5 people are in the air in jets. You got people playing in tanks. It's all happening at the same time.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like it's like chaos, but interesting fucking chaos. Oh my god.
The Rendazook.
Oh my god. And then you land on their plane.
And take off again.
Oh, fucking cripes. Yeah, that'd be fun as fuck.
There's a video of the dude watching this trailer who came up with that move, and he like loses his shit.
That is actually really cool that they incorporated some of that into
It's
into
all
this fucking version.
a lot of the references in this are like community-oriented things.
That's awesome. Play to your fan base, man. They
Yeah,
love
I know.
you. They love you. Give it back, man. They love you. Love them back. Isn't that right, hot dogs?
There you go. Look at that shit.
Oh shit. That's a tornado. That's a nader. Yeah, get out of there on that 3-wheeler. My god. Fuck. It's a natural disaster.
Yep, just a natural disaster in the middle of a war.
Jeez.
It's like this is gonna be shit that just randomly happens in the middle of a game.
You just have to
have to
adapt on the fucking fly.
Yeah, and that's some of the charm of Battlefield. That's why I enjoyed it.
Okay. That is kind of an interesting. It's not just like set maps. You just go there and you do your route through it and it's done. It's like it can be changed and adapted along the way.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. I'd be intrigued by that fucking game.
I know it's a very and you know I actually wanted to one of the reasons I wanted to feature Battlefield 4 this week or Battlefield 2042 was that it got delayed.
Oh,
And it brings up a very interesting conversation about just like video game development in general.
Mm-hmm.
There are like a game getting delayed isn't always a death sentence. People lost their shit when this game got delayed.
Really?
Yeah, because it was in the past, like this is an EA developed game.
Okay. Yeah.
DICE is a fucking huge studio that holds a lot of clout. They've made a lot of very good games in the past.
Okay.
But you immediately think it's busted. And games like Cyberpunk that come out in a terrible state just further make that like make it a bad stereotype.
Yeah.
That game should have been delayed. They actually delayed this. That either means two things. It's fucking busted and they're trying to fix it make it not as brutally busted
Yeah.
when they sell it to people. Or the developers actually give a shit enough to be like, we don't want to give this to people in this state. We need to iron out a few more things that's good for consumers.
Yeah, that
And it's
could
just,
be either or, really.
Exactly, and you never know. But I'm of the opinion that delaying a game is usually for the better, especially if it's coming from the perspective of not like some shitty investor that's like, let's make it more approachable to such and such demographic. You know, add this function, which notoriously happened with Anthem. I don't know if you've heard about Anthem.
No, what?
Came out a few years ago. It was made by the same developers as Mass Effect.
Okay.
And it's this like third person shooter type thing. And apparently it really should have been delayed. Apparently they made a trailer for it. The trailer it's a beautiful trailer. It looks super cool. Okay. And it was the reveal trailer. It won like some award at E3 that year for like the most hype or something like that. Apparently right before that trailer came out, they were still working on the concept for the game. All they had was a cinematic trailer.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's fucking terrifying.
I know. And then
they still tried to
16 months before the game was released, like a year and a half after this trailer, they didn't even have a functioning build of the game. They didn't know if it was going to be first or third person.
That's fucked.
I know, it's crazy.
That's
and
fucking crazy.
They were really, it was jokingly called, and this is sort of funny considering I'm a Destiny player, it was called the Destiny Killer.
Oh.
Because it was expected, it was occupying the same niche. It was a live service model where it was meant to be approachable. You play with other people. It's collaborative. And because it just, it crashed and burned on arrival.
Yeah.
People were like, this is a hollow mess that was made for trailers. And, even there was a huge expose that Kotaku did on it where it was like this, they went into it. There was no one leading the charge. There was no one with an overall vision. There's no one who was. Everybody just wanted to get it done because they didn't care.
Okay, yeah.
And then the people that did care had to go on mental health leave and never actually came back to their jobs because they were so tortured by the fact they were making something like this.
Jesus, that's fucking nuts.
I know, it's a crazy thing to think of.
Yeah, what a weird situation that would have been in.
I know, and apparently with 6 months left till release of Anthem, they completely overhauled a fundamental game system. You could sort of Iron Man style fly in the game. Okay. Apparently that was not completely on the table until 6 months before release.
That sounds, as if you're a game designer or have anything to do with the creation of a video game, I imagine that project is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. So
it sounds probably like that.
So what happened with this is what happened with Anthem is that they released it. It was in such a terrible state. Players were bleeding from it no tomorrow. The developers went, okay, we're going to suspend any plans to create new content. We're just going to fully overhaul the game. If you want a refund, you can get a refund. But if you want to stick with us, we're going to have free content. We're going to do an overhaul. We're just going to delay the content. They partially did the overhaul, and then they cut their funding, and they never released anything new. And as of a few weeks ago, they formally announced that they're moving on to their next title, and they're just ditching the IP.
Wow.
I know.
What a fucking disappointing ride that
Exactly. And the same shit happened with Battlefield 5, which was the predecessor to Battlefield 2042. They had a terrible marketing campaign. That game was doomed to fail. Yeah. It was a World War II shooter with absolutely zero character. And their post-launch plans were we're going to go through the multiple phases of the war. We're going to do the war in the Pacific will be stage 3.
The different fronts and stuff.
And then the game just bled dry because nobody was really enjoying it. And they stopped halfway through the release plans and they just devote all the resources to making this game.
Oh, nah.
So it's what the fuck's going to happen?
Yeah. Hopefully they followed through with this one.
Exactly. It's it's one of those things where it's a real test to see if that industry has learned their lesson.
Yeah. Well, and that's, it is one of those moments because it's either they learned that lesson or they've learned a different lesson. And the industries go one of both ways. But I think the other lesson they could learn is that people will just eat that shit and then just also just keep paying them money.
Exactly.
Which is a dangerous precedent to set because if, as a consumer. Yeah. And so that's one of those moments where it's I feel it's good to be conscious of how you spend your money. Do you really want to spend your money on a potential like on more stuff from this company, I would say this game would make or break that decision.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So, I mean, like, you can see similar things in film.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, some of the DC movies come to mind.
Definitely.
Like how the Justice League fucking bombed.
Dude, the DC movies are a prime example of that because it's just how many
only
years,
burn people so many
years
times.
have you been beaten over the head with bad movies from Warner Brothers and DC? I mean, we're about to get another one. I mean, I wanted to talk about it. We got a release of like a couple of images from Aquaman, the next Aquaman movie, and like I was excited at first to learn that they were kind of trying to do sort of dark, almost like horror-esque take, which is already a ripoff of what the MCU is trying to do. But
you're actually right. Shit.
But on top of that, it's like I don't know, like these. And granted, these are just cursory character images, but it's like they've changed Jason Momoa's suit, so it's now just like this darkened, like almost black suit.
You know,
and
quickly. I actually like the new Aquaman suit.
Well, I'm not opposed to it. It's just you've barely given
sales.
us you've given us a really shiny version of the authentic suit.
Yeah.
You might as well just like try and keep steering in that direction of like being a little more authentic
Yeah.
with it. It looks exactly like an Aquaman suit. It's just like it looks like somebody spray painted it black.
It's the Captain America stealth suit of
exactly
Aquaman
exactly.
suits. It looks cool, but it's like, is it necessary? No.
But then you saw this really like Orm, you saw like an image of Orm also, and he was like all like he basically looked like Tom Hanks from fucking Castaway.
Yeah.
And like and I was just like, oh my god. Like I was like, you can't judge anything about this movie based off that much in terms of like plot, but you're just like they're kind of overhauling this movie.
Yeah, it's a few cursory images that can sort of show the path they're going.
And the Aquaman movie was received fairly well, I'd say. In terms of like the family audience they tried to capture with it.
Yeah. It's a $1 billion movie. It made money.
It made its money.
Pleased people.
I don't find myself wanting to watch it anytime soon.
No.
I've watched it twice, I think, in total. And I just, I'm kind of like blah. But
I feel like it's a great airplane movie.
But it's exactly that. It's like this moment where it's like they've done this dance so many fucking times. Like, are you gonna overhaul the image of the series and give us something that we really want? Or are you going to give us something that
You're going to give us Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, exactly. And where it's like nothing but hype train, and then you guys, crap out on like at the end, and so
man,
I don't know, man. It's
that fart noise I just made. Bowie really perked up after that one.
Bowie likes, I think he's scared himself a couple of times tooting. I haven't heard him toot that much. He's going to be mad that I'm airing his dirty laundry on a podcast.
He's trying to obstruct you. Dude, my fucking tiny cat ripped one the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
How's the kitty doing?
He's doing pretty good. My cat, listeners probably don't know. I have a cat named Arlo now.
Arlo.
We believe he's a Maine Coon.
Ooh.
And so he's gonna be a big boy.
Yeah.
So we will see what happens there. It's not 100%. We haven't gone like a test or any of that shit. But nah, he's in his litter box, and I was like washing my hands. His litter box is in our bathroom. I was like washing my hands, I think, and I just heard like a, and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked down. He's taking a shit. I was like, oh, this guy just tooted.
He just tooted. Dude, that's so funny. Kitty toot.
K-toot. Shall we, on the note of something that actually looks incredibly promising as a franchise.
Building on something already great.
Yeah. This is Marvel Spider-Man 2, which is, this was revealed at the PlayStation event about a week ago.
Okay.
And have you seen this?
No. I've been following some of the hype for this game.
I do want to quickly, so a few years ago, Microsoft, like almost a decade ago now, it launched with the Xbox One. There was a game called Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
And it's like this very fun sort of like momentum based, like very much like Spider-Man. It's about like wall running, traversing through a city, and just maintaining speed. Speed's the name of the game. Sort of a fun like combat mechanic, but the traversal is what people really enjoyed about that game.
Yeah.
Made by a company called Insomniac. Microsoft released Insomniac from their contract to make Microsoft exclusive games. Guess what the first fucking game they made was?
What?
Spider-Man PS4. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, that game is fucking incredible.
It's a great game. I don't even own a PS4, and
Yeah.
I've gone to people's houses specifically to play that game, and I watched a playthrough of the entire thing as well. Like because I was curious about the story, and I just did like a story playthrough video that was like an hour and a half long, and just watched it periodically, and it was so cool. So like I'm totally interested to see what they do here. I watched this trailer already. I'm intrigued to see what you're feeling about. Let's see.
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Also, Insomniac got absorbed into PlayStation Studios now. So any hope for Microsoft players like myself is gone.
I was going to say, so PlayStation got Insomniac and Microsoft got Bethesda.
Exactly.
Whew.
Oh, Bethesda's more profitable though. There's so much shit under that roof.
What does Nintendo have? The Switch.
I have looked for
An equal.
one who could surprise me.
Damn.
Who could even beat me.
Pretty sure I got an idea of who's talking.
Yet all I found is disappointment.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Craven.
Oh, good fucking call.
Finally give me what I desire.
Yeah. I feel like it's great. Yeah, I heard about
Craven
that.
and Venom.
I heard about that. I do think. I wonder if, Craven would be a really good choice for that as like a villain, especially because they're trying to really bring him into the Sony universe.
2023. And I would also like you to briefly avert your eyes from the computer while I bring up one other thing.
Oh, does that mean I have to look? I have to look at the precious baby Bowie. Yeah, that game will be fucking cool. I wonder, small issue I had with the first game and issue I have with all Spider-Man games is that eventually you run out of like I love being able to just web swing around the city and just like mindlessly jump down and beat up criminals.
Yeah. You lose that eventually.
And I wish that they would just like the Ultimate Spider-Man game back in the day for original Xbox had that as like a regular thing. It was just like an always random chaotic thing. So
Yeah.
I really hope that they bring that kind of back because I like that's one of the most fun parts about any Spider-Man game is just like swinging around, climbing up a building, like just fucking being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The stories are great.
Oh, 100%.
And this story looks really
Avert your eyes.
intriguing. Sorry.
I want to surprise you with this one.
Like, I heard about the Venom inclusion, and I think that's only getting people more excited about the fact that, like, Venom is growing in other mediums. We'll say it because I want to talk about that later. But what we got? What else we got?
I'm not looking.
Don't
Don't look. Another Marvel project was announced at that same thing. So Insomniac is doing more than just Spider-Man now. So
I think
you can see it.
Insomniac. No. Oh, I immediately can tell you what this is.
It's like there are two options.
I heard about this, and immediately as you go into a bar setting,
With the one dude drinking.
and everything around him's fucked up, guess who it could be?
I was watching the stream and I was like, Punisher maybe?
That's it.
Nope.
It's either fucking Punisher or Wolverine. Come here, bub. Like,
Fuck.
dude, a Wolverine video game.
What a great idea.
Honestly, they did one a while back that was supposedly a tie-in to like the
Wolverine,
the
X-Men
Wolverine.
Origins.
Yeah, but that video game was fucking sick.
It
actually.
was.
And you could like slash your way through motherfuckers
Yeah.
and like it's fun to be Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
So that I really wonder what kind of storyline they're gonna have on top of like. I mean, the gameplay's just got to be fun.
Yeah.
And I bet there will be moments where you're just gonna have to like rough your way through like a crowd of like people coming at you, and that's gonna just be hella fun to play. As Wolverine.
I really want it's shit like this that makes me understand people who are like, yeah, I have an Xbox and a PlayStation.
It does. It does make me understand that. I mean, for me, as you know, it's the Halo debacle.
Exactly.
Like
there's polls on both sides.
I've looked up tops and turns and like every way I can to like be how can I play Halo without having an Xbox today? And there are ways, but I don't pursue them.
There are ways that can get you cease and assists.
Exactly, and so it's like that's fucking that'll be brilliant.
I know that'll be a good time. Shall we move away from video games?
Well, I suppose.
There it is.
Got it right the first time. Yeah,
there we go.
You know, speaking of just Spider-Man, some of those like Marvel-related projects, there is, you know, like I think, like I mentioned earlier, the reason why I think that Kraven might be kind of a character that a good choice for like a potential character in that game is because they've been pushing to try to get like a Kraven story go in like a live action format. Like Sony has at least, and I can't remember if there was like any sort of like announcements towards that recently, but they have like I know that they're pursuing kind of like a.
Dude, it was the Quicksilver guy.
Oh my God, you're right, dude. Yeah, Aaron Johnson or Johnson Taylor or something.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Which throws me for a loop because we also have
Johnson Taylor or Aaron Johnson.
I always think of Anya Taylor-Joy whenever I say that. I'm like, it's too close.
Too close.
Wait, actually, did you see the Super Mario movie announcements?
I did. That's a wild cast. I don't fucking care for Chris Pratt being in it.
Neither do I.
But I really love the Jack Black's Bowser.
I also like Charlie Day as Luigi.
Oh, for sure. Charlie Day as Luigi will be great. But
I can't wait to see Donkey Kong go. Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong. What the fuck?
I know, man. I wonder if Donkey Kong's eyes will be bloodshot at any point in the movie. I'd love. Yeah, it'll be cool to see. Like, I mean, I feel like you know, Mario is a great movie for them to do in an animation style.
Yeah.
You know, and just try and like roll out a big budget, you know, big movie in that way.
Oh yeah.
Because people will love it. It's like, I mean, but you know, the only reason that they're doing that is because Sonic ended up being fucking successful.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know who's playing fucking Knuckles in Sonic 2?
Oh, I heard, but
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Isn't that weird? I mean, like, it's just like it's for somebody who seems to be like popping off. I was like, why Knuckles? Like,
I know,
but I mean, that's cool though. That's cool. I loved when they introduced Knuckles as a character.
Knuckles is great.
Yeah, because it was just such a fun like opposite to
Sonic.
To Sonic, but anyway, getting away from that. So I think that you know, Sony is using maybe these video games to sort of tease, or sort of like keep hype for their movies as well as, you know,
absolutely
other things. But you know, they've also been making moves with their Sony Spider-Man universe. What's it called again? It's like they actually I feel like they came up with an official name for it recently that wasn't what it used to be.
I don't know. It's some stupid shit like the villains of Spider-Man or something like that.
The villains are Spider-Man.
the worlds of Spider-Man.
Oh, there you go.
The worlds of
the
worlds of the Marvel licenses that we have presented by Sony Pictures. By a PlayStation. That's the full title.
Rumor has it that they've reached a deal with Marvel to officially include their movies as canon.
Yeah.
As well as the promise that Venom, Tom Hardy's Venom, will be showing up in a movie with Spider-Man.
Good.
And in an MCU Sony project, obviously. But yeah, I just think that's finally like, I mean, it's pretty big news and something that like Sony's obviously been trying to like figure out, because Sony can't do standalone fucking standalone Spider-Man comic book movies. Yeah. Outside of the MCU, people are just not going to have it at this point, and especially if they're going with these like weird, obscure characters that they have licenses to, and so it's just like I think it behooves the MCU to just fucking, like, just embrace it at this point. Sony seems to keep doing them, and so the MCU might as well just say like, well, fuck it, like, make it some sort of canon, you know?
Absolutely.
Especially with the upcoming, well, actually current multiverse.
I mean, it's happening,
dude. It's happening.
It works. I'm down.
I heard about this, but I haven't seen it.
It just came up as recommended. I was like, holy shit, we need to talk about this.
Yeah. which we will in a second. But yeah,
with
like
with the inclusion of What If now.
yeah, what if
Should we briefly talk about What If? I feel like it feeds
totally.
into this.
Exactly. I'm caught up. I haven't caught up in the current. I'm waiting to watch that zombie episode, dude.
Zombies is fun.
It looks like it's gonna be good.
It's a weird motley crew of survivors. I'll give you that.
Yeah, interesting. I can't wait to watch it. But I'm like episodes 1 through I think 4. Then are
you left off at Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah, really solid. But we'll
dark as fuck,
dude. I want to talk about Fury's Big Week. That episode.
Yeah.
That episode that centers around there. That episode was really fucking awesome. Like it was just, it was fun to sort of see. I mean, you know, like if you've been following the MCU, you've heard about that week. You know, kind of the timeline of what that is in the MCU as it is. But to sort of just see like this like off sort of murder mystery version of that was really fun.
Where it all goes to shit.
And it all goes to shit. But
who would have thought that that Hank Pym of all people was the murderer?
Yeah, that was such a fun twist. I mean, you kind of like they build it up in this really great way. You know, and they start talking about his daughter, and you know, there's this mention of like how somebody's accessing this database by using his wife's name and stuff like that. And so that's kind of when you're like, oh, Hank Pym's around in this universe, and like that end reveal where he's wearing the yellow jacket suit, and he's just like older Hank Pym, like
fucking sick.
It was cool, but wasn't okay. I can't remember exactly the cool twist in that scene with him between like that sort of fight scuffle between him and Nick Fury. Who the fuck was it? Who was Nick?
It was Loki.
That's right.
Loki and Nick Fury.
That's right.
And then Loki backstabbed Nick Fury, took over the world.
Yeah, that was how it all like. And that was like the idea of like maybe that's the President Loki universe. Yeah.
And you know what's so interesting is that all of these, like it's with What If, it's either there is like hope for the future, or it is a soul crushing like they're fucked.
Yeah.
Like the T'Challa Star-Lord one ends with like a powerless Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Who has no idea, getting taken by his dad. Universe is fucked. There's no saving them. They're done.
That's a very good point.
They're dead. Then you have the episode we're talking about, the Fury's Big Week episode.
Yeah.
And Loki's taking over, but he's thawing out Captain America, and Captain Marvel's there.
Yeah.
There is hope.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of an interesting twist. And just like just the way Asgard was involved in this episode was really
sense.
kind of it totally did. That was the thing. It was that was like when Loki shows up in this episode to fucking take over Midgard, basically, because they, you know, some Midgardian killed Thor, and so Asgard's like seeking its revenge. I was like, I don't have a problem with that.
You know, actually, in that episode, it's sort of Hawkeye's death like freaked me out a bit.
Oh yeah,
He just collapses.
Yeah, and I mean, you just didn't understand Hulk's death though.
Dude,
fucking intense. And you know what?
He got Thanos'd.
He got Thanos'd. And that was actually this brilliant thing. I think they kind of like, it was a combination. Back in the day, there was this comic book one shot called The Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. Yeah. And that was sort of his shtick, where it was like he put like these like a bunch of like bombs that he shrunk down with Hank Pym's technology in the Hulk's coffee, and he drank it and, you know, exploded from the inside. Yeah. But I loved the idea of just throwing the Pym particles in there and just having him just like
expand until it blew up like a balloon.
Fucking gnarly. But
and you know what I also thought was funny? They've completely written out the dude who played Hulk.
Oh, Edward Norton?
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Because it
was essentially scenes from The Incredible Hulk.
But with
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, with Mark Ruffalo voicing Bruce Banner.
Which is, I mean, understandable. They gotta move past it.
You have all these episodes that's like there's hope for the future.
Yeah.
And then you ended with Strange Supreme.
Yeah.
Which is just like that episode ends and you're like, oh,
I hope the multiverse doesn't get fucked.
Yeah, you're like, I hope the multiverse doesn't get fucked, but that universe is fucked.
Definitely.
And Doctor Strange is alone in Epcot.
Yeah, that was the intriguing thing about that episode. So rumor has it that might not be the last time you see that powerful.
In What If in general, I believe.
That power, yeah. And so I'm wondering if like that'll come into play later on, where like
I
this like pocket universe which only has Doctor Strange or Supreme, left. Like,
so
will he come back into play?
I can't
at some
really.
point?
I don't know. And
He interacted with the Watcher in that episode.
which is crazy.
It's fucking insane. It was like he looks right at him.
He doesn't see him, but he's like, "Who's there?" Like he can hear him.
Yeah. Well, and then
at the end, he does see him.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Watcher essentially tells him to fuck off.
Yeah. The Watcher's like, "No, man, no,
I'm not helping you."
You're already fucking up.
But like, I don't know. I know from the trailers
Yeah.
we see they did like a mid-season trailer as well, and you see like Black Widow, you see Gamora and Thanos' armor. It's like the Avengers circle shot, but you see Captain Carter, Gamora and Thanos' armor, Killmonger, T'Challa, Star-Lord, all in like that circle.
Interesting.
So I think the season's gonna end with some kind of multiversal threat, and the Watcher's just like plucking these people out to fight.
That's interesting. And I mean, honestly, rumor has it that some of these characters are maybe spilling over into live action scenes.
It's all canon.
And so that would be like, I mean, just imagine, just theoretically, if the Watcher in What If plucks Captain Carter and brings Captain Carter to the MCU universe.
Yeah.
Then we have a live action Captain Carter.
Cool.
Like that appears in scenes, and that just I just love the idea of finally moving past that like live action animation barrier of them
It's
always
so
having
cool.
to be separated.
Yeah,
and we can thank Star Wars for a lot of that, because
and
Star Wars
Spider-Verse.
And Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't necessarily think of Spider-Verse as a one shot. I think of it. I guess I don't really think of it as interacting with the MCU.
Well, but I think it's sort of set up that like we might see like Miles Morales in live action wearing the Spider-Verse suit that gets like plucked out of the multiverse or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does kind of sets up that, but I guess what I'm getting to is that like within the Star Wars universe, for instance, and granted these are owned by the same company, so they probably have influenced each other. Like you've seen the prominence of that animated Star Wars show, the Clone Wars, and how that's impacted how people have wanted to perceive their live action projects.
Yep.
And I think that's exactly like how the MCU is now approaching it, is that they've like that's been like this interesting case study, and they've seen in the past, like honestly, the division has always been like, well, I mean, how can this animation be in the same story? And so I think it's just really cool that they're finally fucking doing that.
So for What If now, you just finished Strange Supreme, so you got zombies.
Yeah.
And this is as far as I've gone. I'm up to current, but so you have zombies, then you have Killmonger saves Iron Man.
Yeah, that's the one I'm not looking forward to be honest. I was like, it's
fun. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it'll be a throwaway. But
then you have Party Thor,
yeah.
And then I believe the next episode is Ultron 1, Black Widow's the last survivor.
Okay. And
then no one really knows what the next one is.
I wonder if this will be like the last kind of run that we hear anything about Black Widow.
I don't know.
In terms of like projects, because
who knows?
I feel like ScarJo's had her falling out finally.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if this will be.
Feige was fucking pissed.
I feel like this will be like they're kind of maybe this will be the last Black Widow we see.
I don't know, the voice actress that's doing the
Natalie
animated
Black Widow we see.
Yeah, so. The voice actress that's doing the Black Widow stuff is pretty. She's fucking nailing it. I'll give her that.
I guess I mean like interpretation of that character.
Yeah, maybe. I mean? Who knows?
So. I doubt we'll see a live action version anymore.
Oh, I doubt it. At least of Natasha Romanoff.
Because of how that all went down.
Yeah.
It did seem janky.
It did.
Yeah, big studio jankiness. The more that shit happens, the less I like Disney and what they're doing to these companies.
It actually made me sort of not like Scarlett Johansson a bit too.
It kind of makes me like, I don't know, like they have to turn out more than ever, the MCU and like things like Star Wars and any Disney property, they really have to like impress me to like make me give a shit about them.
I mean, but you know what has impressed us very recently?
Star Wars
Visions.
Yeah,
we're up to the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
We'll end the show on Stranger Things, man.
Yeah, totally. We just discovered that there's a Stranger Things 4 new trailer that dropped, but we want to save that till the end.
We'll save that till the end.
That's hype. That's all hype.
We're gonna get a little trailer for what's to come. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
back to Visions. Star Wars Star Wars Visions. We watched the first 3
Awesome,
episodes.
man.
So fucking fun.
Comes out swinging with that sweet Ronin
Samurai type
samurai
shit.
episode.
The lightsaber umbrella's out.
Dude, the lightsaber umbrella was wild. It was
Weirdly worked.
You saw, yeah, well, totally. In the sequence, there's basically like a Sith Lord who's come to like raid this village.
Yeah.
And this wandering traveler who's getting his droid fixed in the village is there. But like they the where the lightsaber umbrella comes into play is perfect because it's like she's getting
like a
attacked
shield.
by like I don't know 5-6 different blasters, and she just starts spinning that thing around. It's just deflecting all the lasers. You can't get past that.
You can't get past that.
It's like 8 fucking lightsaber blades.
I was blown away. I was really hoping they'd show the goriness of it afterwards. But she impales somebody with that thing.
Yeah.
With not the lightsaber part.
No,
and then opens the
yeah.
lightsaber around him. If they just stayed on that shot for like a moment longer so you can see the body just like just fall apart.
Yo, dude, it would have been choice. But it was really sick. And the Ronin character, the awesome kind of aspect of that was that the reveal that was he also was carrying
A red lightsaber.
and so you sort of get the notion that he's a Sith.
Yeah.
I mean,
then it's also implied that he's hunting Sith.
Yeah, and that was the weird twist at the end, right? It was like, I mean, to me, it was like a General Grievous-esque situation where he's, he's just fucking collecting things from the people that he's hunting, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have his lightsaber collection; he has his kyber crystal collection.
Yeah.
Which was fucking cool. Also, like that was just that shot of him opening up his jacket and like he has just like a line of like I don't know 8.
Yeah.
It looked like maybe it's maybe less than 8, but yeah.
You know
I mean, like I know these are one shots. But like
I want to see more.
I want to see more of that dude's adventures. Like they're like these are all like 15 minutes or less. I think.
Yeah.
When looking at them,
that one was a blast. The rock opera one was pretty fun.
the rock opera, exactly. That's the word I would use to describe it. It was fun. It was like kind of
super
cutesy,
inconsequential.
Like it just kind of plugs some characters in that you're aware of, like Boba Fett,
Jabba.
and like it's got this cool rock band, playing
very
music
ska.
in the mail. It's just it was definitely like a cool episode. No stakes though.
No stakes. Not at all.
No stakes. The next episode though, episode 3.
The twins.
Was
with voice acting talents of the Sith lady, Umbrella lady, Lucy Liu.
Oh, brilliant.
The twins, Allison Brie from Community.
Okay.
And Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Great casting.
David Harbour's in one of these episodes too.
Ooh, looking forward to that.
Our boy.
The twins episode was really cool. I loved the idea.
That was the most stereotypically animated it's gotten.
Totally.
Power struggle, beam struggle at one moment.
Yeah. Dude, but it was awesome. Like it was just there. I mean, so many things that were cool about that. I think so far though one of the dangers I'm wondering about with this series is if they're going to go too far with doing like really random. Too many random things with like things like lightsabers.
Yeah.
In this episode, she shoots a fucking lightsaber beam or like has a lightsaber or
lightsaber heel
out of her heel or something like that. And I was like, whoa! Like, and this is already they're on like a starship in space outside of
without helmets,
running around. So I was like, dudes. Like, that's a little extreme. Like, I hope they don't do too much of that.
Yeah.
The umbrella, just 2 episodes earlier, was really cool.
Yeah.
The heel, 2 episodes later, was fucking lame.
I got what they were going for with, like, the Grievous-esque arms,
Totally.
That it was, like...
That made sense.
The suit
because
was...
there's precedent for that. Anyway.
I was like, the suit is essentially a lightsaber. Was the angle they were going for.
Yeah. She was... that was it. She, like, the Am, I think, was the female twin.
Yeah.
Was trying to basically power her entire, like, Sith suit or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a suit
crystal.
the suit took the kyber crystal and then
just fucking crazy.
Was able to just like
anyway.
push lightsabers out of wherever. And the lightsaber whips were sort of cool.
The lightsaber whips were pretty cool.
And then you get the fucking anime giant lightsaber at the end.
So dope.
Giant lightsaber into a holo maneuver.
Dude,
chopping that shit in half.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What a fucking cool like sequence. I was like, that's just sick, dude. And I was also like, why hasn't anybody thought about that before?
I want to see a lightsaber cut in half an entire Star Destroyer.
And I'll guarantee you why. Because up until this, there's been no precedent set for people being able to run around outside of their spaceship
No.
with no protective gear.
They got a
whatsoever.
force bubble. They use the force. These two. Also, one thing we're
but
not
that's
saying.
like the liberties you can. I feel like that
A
was,
bomb that drops. These two twins were made by the dark side,
Yeah, that was
akin to Anakin.
that was the interesting thing, right? It was like, well, and that's to me, it's like, is this all happening within the context of various time points or something in
Yeah.
this great Star Wars universe, or is this like a what if type situation where
That's.
there's like,
I keep thinking of it as what if. You know,
Yeah.
Star Wars is what if.
I think some clarification would just be great on that, just for the sake of like not hoping that like
Yeah, like some of them can fit in, like the band one. That can be a thing that happened in between some
But
movies.
I guarantee you that if the events of the third episode happened, that would have probably reverberated
You
around.
would
some
have
sort
heard
of
about
Star,
that
you,
shit.
You would have heard about somebody cutting a fucking Star Cruiser in half,
or yet another planet destroying super weapon held in between two Star Destroyers.
What the fuck? Oh man, but either way, these have been like all really interestingly animated. The style is fucking great. The variety of styles really
That's
awesome.
one thing it hits that what if doesn't.
These episodes, yeah, I'm not the style of what if episodes don't always
Oh,
click.
he's
He's chogging. He's Studio Bowie.
oh my god.
My little dog is currently humping his bedtime blanket. Anyway, but I love that they change it. They're changing it up, and each story has been really interesting.
Yeah.
This third one, though, also on the side note, kind of ends. It ends in this like sort of like really similar cycle of, the male twin ending up on what appears
On
to
Tatooine.
be Tatooine.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting, but I'm really looking forward to seeing them more. They're super digestible because they're under 15 minutes, but that also, and it's like an interesting thing. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
But you want more
Exactly.
from some of them.
And it's why I'm perfectly fine not slamming the whole thing. Because it would be gone so quick.
Yeah. That project, I'm really, I don't know. I can appreciate them dropping that, and they dropped it all at the same time. So
Yep.
it's not a weekly thing, and I think that is probably because of the shortness of the episodes.
Yeah.
So like, binge it if you fucking want.
Shall we bring it home with Stranger Things 4?
Oh my god, dude. So Stranger Things. I mean, I mentioned maybe rewatching it with you.
Yeah.
Stranger Things has been on my mind lately. I don't,
there's some casting news.
Yeah. Oh,
Freddy Krueger himself.
really? Robert Englund's gonna be in this?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
So
cool.
this trailer, at least this part, this is not him, but this is this introduction to his character.
Oh, cool.
They've said that his character is going to be in a mental institution in Stranger Things present, like 1989 or something.
Oh, dope.
So this is like the prequel to his character, at least some of this trailer.
Cool.
I've seen this.
So this is Stranger Things 4. This trailer's called Creole House.
Yeah. So
Okay.
conveniently, Creel's the name of the dude.
Okay.
So we will see. Apparently, I watched it just once. Apparently, it's covered in references to Nightmare on Elm Street.
I really want to watch more of this. What a fucking beautiful house.
Beautiful hum.
Oh my god. Could you imagine?
Look at
having
that
a house
hat.
like that? Oh yeah.
That's Freddy Krueger right there. That's not him. Younger
That's his
actor.
younger self in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh dude. Twitchy lights. Twitchy lights. Dead rabbits. Oh fuck. Dream a little dream of me, man. Freddy Krueger. What? Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's one of the things they said. Apparently, the character murdered his entire family. That's why he's in an institution.
Dark as fuck. Oh, and the kids end up at the house. I knew it.
Do you maybe clarify what sort of clues we're supposed to be looking for here? The world is full of obvious things which nobody by any chance ever observes.
Dude, that flat top.
And damn.
Oh my god, dude. I'm so fucking hype on this goddamn thing. Oh, oh shit, that's like a... Oh my god! So this comes out next year officially. That like has been the best teaser so far.
What is
for
happening?
Sure. I have no idea what's happening, but they're like the kids are investigating a fucking haunted house. Supposedly, it looks like it's haunted in the Stranger Things universe. Maybe there's like a fucking portal to the
Upside down.
upside down or something like that. That clock has like had some sort of weird like.
It's like
thing that
it's
looked
something's
around it
happening
almost.
on both sides simultaneously, which hasn't been shown to happen yet. Like there hasn't been an active mirroring in the upside down.
Oh, dude, the stink.
Oh, did they toot?
I think we got Bowie's stink butt on here. That's like I don't know. Like I love that they're really diving into that horror aspect. It looks like. Again.
Oh yeah.
And I mean the inclusion of Robert Englund as like a character who has murdered his family and in a psych ward. Like I just want to know what the fuck it's about. Like that more about that character. You know?
I mean, it's just like such a jarring transition.
Yeah, I mean, up until now, I've been wondering. All my hype has been like, why is fucking Hopper in Russia?
So yeah, that's something. That's something worth noting here. Apparently, the only characters not featured in this, when you're able to see the silhouette of everybody.
Yeah.
You don't see the only people that it's like you see Lucas, you see Max, you see Steve,
Yeah.
you see Dustin.
Yeah.
But Nancy's also there, and apparently the only characters not shown here are the other buyer's kid, the
older one.
yeah, the older buyer's kid. I'm forgetting his name.
The fuck is his name?
Whatever.
Anyway.
You don't see him. You don't see Will.
Yeah.
You don't see Joyce. You don't see Eleven, Mike, and then also obviously not Hopper.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Oh man, I'm really intrigued by this now.
And
like
David Harbour did say season 4 is pushing the franchise into a definitive endpoint.
Perfect.
Does this mean that this is the final season?
No, I bet they're.
I don't think so. I think
be
5
the final scene.
I agree.
It's a perfect. It's a perfect amount. You know, it's not going to overstay its welcome. Oh, dude.
But it's just like, I think there's something so cool. Stranger Things derives and like takes so much in the same way as like we talked about Star Wars a couple weeks ago, to being this like cocktail of concepts
Totally.
that worked so well and became a classic, not because of its striking originality, but its use of multiple different genres, the sci-fi aesthetic mixed with the fantasy tropes, mixed with the references to Asian film, mixed with such and such. Stranger Things is a love letter to nostalgic filmmaking.
Oh yeah.
And
definitely.
while like you could say that you know what's coming, or that you could put together like what some of the plot points might be.
Maybe.
But
I mean,
you
I'd say
can't.
they've successfully kind of like stopped that from happening along the way.
Exactly. Like you can't see like this. Oh, it's referencing Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's referencing, but
But
it
it's
has
not-
it has
but-
a whole shocking amount of originality to
Exactly.
to the series.
Nightmare on Elm Street. This is not going to be Nightmare on Elm Street.
No,
Well, in the same way that like season 3 played on the Body Snatchers or whatever.
exactly.
It's like
It's just the
it's still incredibly original, and there's something so cool about that. It's like we don't know what the fuck is happening here. The biggest thing we get here is that there's a clock, and the clock is turning in the upside down as well.
yeah.
And it breaks, and like a hole pops open in it.
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, and so I agree with you. They've done a really, and that's what that whole it just reminds me of. It reminds me of haunted, some sort of haunted house type situation.
Exactly.
It's paranormal stuff's happening as it is in the Stranger Things, but it's just an homage. It's just painting that kind of like nostalgic picture. It's not really like. It's not unoriginal in that way.
Exactly.
That's why like Stranger Things will go down as a really solid series overall.
Yeah.
It's going to age really well, and it's going to continue. Eventually, people are going to like reference this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because it's that well done.
Well, I think
And it's that original in a time where there's not a ton of originality to these types of genres.
Yeah. One thing I thought of with Stranger Things is that it is sort of acting. Stranger Things fandom is new enough and young enough people are into this that it is then getting people interested in old films that they would have zero exposure to.
Yeah. I mean, it's like because at the moment things like Freddy Krueger, which is a great example, it's got like the Hot Topic effect where it's like people know Freddy Krueger but they've never seen Nightmare on Elm Street.
Exactly.
And so it's like it'll hopefully make people, and that's what I think aspects of all these seasons have done so far is like you were just mentioning, it's made people kind of like, well, like I get that reference, but like now I want to kind of dig into like watch that maybe and like, you know, it's so I think it's just God, I have nothing but good things to say about Stranger Things in general. You
I'm
know what
so
I mean?
fucking excited.
Yeah, and this season 4 is gonna be fucking hype. And like 4, I think will be
3-year wait, man.
It'll be building up to what they have planned for the end season of 5, hopefully.
You know, and I think
don't Game of Thrones this motherfuckers.
I know, Jesus. The I'm worried a bit. The so what's crazy about this is that we had 2016 was season 1.
Yeah. Do you go potty? Is that what you need to do?
You take a shit, Dad. The so 2016 season 1, late 2017, about a year and a half wait. We had season 2, season 3, another like year and a half. This has been 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It feels like no time at all.
No, yeah. I think it's just because also, I mean, it helps that these are all like every season's pretty easy to go back and rewatch.
Exactly.
So you just want, all you want to do is like get the references the second time and like dig into it a little bit more, you know. And so you have plenty of time in between. You have plenty of stuff in between to keep you interested if you want to like stay in that pocket. But the time flies in between Stranger Things because it's just so, you haven't been wronged at all, really.
Exactly.
So you're just kind of, except for that 111 episode, which wasn't a bad episode, just didn't fit into the flow of the season.
Exactly.
And so, but so you just like, I don't know, you have nothing but something to look forward to. And I think they've been rolling out the teasers pretty well. They've been kind of like, but they've also been keeping things under wraps pretty well.
I know. It's enough to keep the hype rolling.
Yeah, dude.
Like, this is the most substantive look we've had.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, this is definitely like...
And it's a minute and a half. Like, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And even like a couple months ago, they did like a really brief trailer as well. But it was just like a complete... Like, it didn't make any fucking sense. It was like 11 as like a kid playing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one with her, like, the professor guy or whatever also. And, like, yeah.
But it was super brief.
Yeah, and you're just like, what is the context for this?
And then you have this, and it's like, what are they doing with it?
Yeah.
Like, what direction? And then you also have the trailer from like a year ago with Hopper in Russia.
Exactly.
It's like, what are there's so many different little angles they're taking.
Exactly. Those 3 very distinct points. And how are they all going to connect?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like in season 3, we've seen that they can tie them together. You had fucking Hopper doing his Hopper and Joyce going on a road trip.
Yeah.
You had the 11 and some of the gang fucking taking on Billy.
Yeah.
And then you had Steve and his crew with Dustin. He's getting his fuck on, man. I'm sorry, I just can't. Then you had Steve and some of his gang fucking duking it out with the Russians. Yeah. The Ruskies. Under Hawkins.
Yeah, and again, like these points that we're experiencing with season 4, you're like, I'm interested in all of them. Just like, how do they get from one to the other? Season 3 was so... Like, the way they unfolded that was so awesome. And, like, yeah, you're right. It was tight. It was great. It was good writing. It was, like, really fucking good writing for what they're trying to accomplish. I don't know. Nothing but good expectations. Nothing but hype now. I didn't realize that I had heard that Robert Englund might be involved, but I didn't know it was for sure.
Yeah, it's for sure.
That's fucking exciting alone. Man, good God.
Hopefully they don't kill him.
Another solid, like, we've got some like good stuff to look forward to coming up as usual, man.
Yeah.
On top of that, we have things like teases for Moon Knight and all sorts of stuff that are coming out. We don't need to talk about that.
I want to see the upcoming movies.
But we got we have what, Eternals for the
I'm looking at October.
Spider-Man.
October films. We've got Halloween Kills, Dune, Last Night in Soho, which looks sick.
Yeah, Dune's gonna be fucking awesome. So is Halloween Kills.
No Time to Die.
What's that? Oh, Bond. That's right.
Bond.
I was like, is that the next Die Hard movie? Yeah, finally that Bond movie's gonna come out.
Got the Many Saints of Newark.
Definitely gonna be fucking awesome.
I know. You've got fucking bunch of weird shit as well. Then why doesn't it show me this shit? Okay, this is a terrible list. Let's see here.
It's some good stuff though, man. There is some good stuff already in that list.
I know, it's crazy. It's like there's a bunch of movies coming out just in the next month. Oh, we got Venom too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And like, well, who knows if Venom's gonna be good? They did release the runtime.
It's just one of those things. Yeah, I'll definitely see Venom. I'm not gonna go to the theater to see Venom, and I'm not.
I might. If I see my deal with Venom 2 is gonna be if I like trusted reviewers that I look at say that it's decent,
Yeah.
then I will go watch it in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly, you know, they're going to be
Runtime
continuing
system,
to build the franchise. It's just a fucking hour and a half, so you know they cut that down to make some money. But
Yeah, it's either they cut it down to make some money, or Andy Serkis is a smart director that's like, we
feel like-
don't want to overstay our welcome with a mediocre script.
I feel like the hour and a half line though. It's when I look for like horror movies, for instance, I laugh when it makes an hour and a half because it's like that's like the bare minimum, you know, like cut.
Yeah.
And so it's like otherwise it's like, am I going to the movie for less than an hour or like you know, a little over an hour? That's what it feels like. So it was funny to me that Venom 2 got cut down to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like for a big budget movie, that's like the bare minimum that you should produce.
Yeah.
And I was like, so that on top of like the other things I've seen so far, it's like for myself, like I said, I don't know if I'll go out of my way to see it, but I'll probably watch it eventually, much like the first Venom movie.
No, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, though, man, it's like such good content rolling out.
We'll be done.
We were dry like you know for a little while over the last like year or so.
Yeah,
I think. But
Shang-Chi sort of opened up the floodgates.
third weekend in a row, it's the top of the box office. I think I just read, and it's now
best movie of 2021.
Yeah, it's like the domestic gross is like the highest of the whole year.
Just
It's
beat
fucking-
Black Widow.
Yeah, fucking intense. And honestly, like, well
As it
deserved.
should.
It's a really fun movie. And if you haven't gone out to see it, go see it.
Please do.
Like-
Or just wait for like another month or so and then watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that is kind of one. But I really think, I mean,
Worth
it's one to see. It's one worth
seeing in a theater.
Like,
if
same thing with
you
the
feel
upcoming
comfortable.
Halloween Kills, man. I'm gonna go see Halloween Kills in the theater. That'll be fucking sick. I still need to see Candyman.
I want to watch Last Night in Soho with you.
Last Night in Soho. Yes, it's gonna be. Yeah, that would be a good one to go to the theater too. I'm just trying to think. I'm like, yes, it would. It would. I'm like, I'm enjoying getting out there a little bit more, and I think you should too. Hot dogs. Go to the theater at least once every
If you're
2
vaccinated.
months.
If you're not vaccinated, don't listen to this podcast. Wait, we got Eastern Washington listeners.
Yeah.
Got that maybe.
We have. Yeah, there's. You know, it's like they yeah, we didn't get into that on here.
Yeah, not on this one.
But either way, hot dogs. Yeah, I think 80. Did we decide 82? 81?
82.
I saw it written down what the last episode was.
Shit.
Anyway, so I think you've got enough stuff to go out there and watch. We've probably got more to watch. Let's just you got any last what would you recommend if somebody likes something?
If somebody likes something,
Should they listen to this?
Ooh, wait, what?
If you like Butterfinger BBs, should you listen to this podcast?
Probably.
If you like if you know somebody that enjoys eating spider legs,
I thought you were asking me for like a movie recommendation for the listeners. If you enjoy coffee and contemplation, listen to Matinee Edition.
If you like Old Heart Radio, listen to Old Heart Radio. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Bye, hot dogs.
See ya.